Hello, lovely people. Welcome to today's episode of Reality TV News. Reminding you, we post videos daily, so if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, smash that subscribe button so that you don't miss any important update.
We've got a situation that sort of blew up recently, some off-camera stuff that really spilled right onto the screen in a big way.
We'll be looking into the allegations against Ginella, specifically about her talking to Christina Huber, or as lots of people know her, the Bravo Babe.
Right, the content creator.
Yeah, big name in the fan community. And Christina's making some pretty serious claims about what actually went down between them.
Okay, so the core of it really comes down to an alleged lie, doesn't it? During the RHOC premiere, Emily Simpson, another cast member, accused Katie of being, well, deceitful behind the scenes. And this was tied specifically to Katie supposedly denying she made a phone call to Christina Huber. A call Christina says she absolutely has proof of, like solid proof.
Right. And Christina, the Bravo Babe, she hasn't been quiet about this at all. She went on record saying Katie definitely called her. And not just that, but she claims Katie used that call to call Tamra Judge evil. And even, offered Christina advice when she was in the middle of some online spat with Tamra. So this immediate pushback online, people calling it receipts, that's what Christina used to challenge Katie's denial on the show.
And it didn't stop there, did it? It seems like it escalated.
No, it definitely got more complex. Christina also alleged that Katie suggested Tamra's assistant might be involved in running, troll accounts, those anonymous profiles used for online attacks.
Oh.
Yeah. And Christina mentioned Katie tried to pull someone else close to Tamra into more drama, too. Something Christina said she actually kept quiet about initially. And Christina pointed out that she and Katie had been in touch for, she said, well over a year before this particular call happened. So it wasn't just, random.
Right. There was history there.
Exactly. But what seems crucial is Christina's reaction when she saw Katie deny the call on TV, and then again in her confessional, those direct-to-camera interviews. Christina said she was shocked, really disappointed that Katie would lie about it, especially knowing screenshots existed. She called it bizarre and even disrespectful to the producers. And Christina was adamant that both Katie and her husband, Matt Ginella, called her, apparently while sitting right next to each other. She also highlighted how, in the full episode, the cliffhanger ending actually shows Katie refusing to get her phone out to show messages. That sequence, Christina says, is what pushed her to share her side, her truth.
So she put out an Instagram video.
Yep. Telling her followers that Katie had, quote, consoled me, talked me off a ledge, told me how evil Tamra was, but that everything would be okay, and then just flat out said, Katie lies.
Wow.
Christina mentioned how Katie called her almost instantly after she posted something online about Tamra coming after her. Then she showed a screenshot, seemed to confirm messages, and a 2-minute call. She stressed they had a great rapport, friendly relationship before Katie's alleged lie on the show.
And you can see why this would be particularly tough for someone like Christina, a content creator. She said what's hurtful now is that she's lying to everybody. She feels strongly that creators like her don't deserve for a housewife to lie on them, especially given the huge platform the housewives have. Next update we have about Gia Giudice, from Real Housewives of New Jersey. She put out this really powerful video asking for a presidential pardon for her dad, Gia Giudice.
Right. And that immediately got a huge reaction online. People had a lot to say.
Totally. And Gia's now responded to the people calling her privileged for even asking.
Well, Joe's situation is just, it's been going on for so long, hasn't it? I mean, he served time for wire and bank fraud.
Yeah, and then the deportation, because he never got U.S. citizenship despite living here forever, basically.
Exactly. He was born in Italy.
Yeah.
And she has been pretty open about the emotional strain, the kind of limbo her family's been in with him gone.
She apparently sent character letters to the White House. And she said she was inspired, actually, by the pardon that Todd and Julie Chrisley got.
Interesting connection. And both families, the Giudices and the Chrisleys, have sort of hinted they felt targeted, right? Because they're reality stars.
Yeah, which adds another layer, definitely.
Gia talked about this on her podcast, Casual Chaos. She really wanted to clarify things.
Like the timing of her post, it was around July 4th, which people jumped on.
Right. She said that wasn't planned at all. She wasn't trying to leverage the holiday or act entitled.
She said she has immense respect for the country.
And that she just, woke up that day feeling she had to do something for her dad. That was it.
But she also acknowledged, having that platform means you have to be very cautious.
Which shows she gets the scrutiny, I think.
Yeah, and it makes that whole privilege debate so complex. Her video really focused on the separation, you know?
The personal impact.
Saying her dad was always there. Cheer competitions, dance recitals, holidays.
And still providing for them, even from Italy.
Next update we have about Lisa Hochstein. This is Real Housewives of Miami. There was this recent episode where it looked like she made her castmates wait for ages.
Oh, yeah, that caused some drama. But Lisa hit back pretty quickly on Twitter.
What did she say?
Posted that she told everyone she was running way behind.
Okay.
And that she actually told them to go without me so they wouldn't have to wait.
Huh. So a different story than what we saw.
Completely. And she even said she has messages to prove it.
Wow. That changes things. Because on the show, Stephanie Shochi really went after her about it.
Right. Stephanie, who was brought in by Larsa Pippen.
Well, Lisa's now feuding with, conveniently.
Exactly. And Stephanie basically accused Lisa of thinking her time was more valuable.
So Lisa saying she has proof really underscores that gap between the edit and, well, what might have actually happened.
It's always the question, isn't it?
And this ties into the whole Lisa and Larsa feud, which is getting messy.
Yeah, Lisa clarified that whole best friends for 15 years thing Larsa claimed.
What'd she say?
Lisa said, nope, not true. They became friends maybe 4 years ago, right before the reboot. Bonded through the show, basically.
All right.
And she also pushed back on Larsa being mad about Lisa's boyfriend, Jody Glidden, hanging out with Larsa's ex, Marcus Jordan.
How so?
Lisa drew a parallel, saying, hey, we became friends through the show, so why can't they become friends that way too?
Fair point, actually.
But Lisa's comment about Larsa's idea of friendship was sharp.
Oh, yeah. What was it?
She said, her idea of a friendship was showing up to a court hearing for me that she was subpoenaed to be at.
Oof.
So that is not being a friend. That's literally following a court order.
Wow.
Okay, next update we have about Summer House. This time it's Lindsay Hubbard.
Right. People noticed she wasn't at the big season 10 kickoff party.
And it ties into what she's hinted about her role changing now that she has her baby.
So what happened around the 4th of July?
Well, Lindsay posted pictures on social media with her baby girl, Gemma, and also with Gabby Prescott, another castmate.
Okay.
And fans immediately took that as, like, confirmation she missed the party because she was with the baby.
Did she react to that?
Yeah, she actually liked some fan comments that pointed out her absence but said they hoped she'd still be on the show. Sort of a quiet confirmation.
Which lines up with what she'd said before, right? About maybe being more NYC-based this season.
Exactly. She'd mentioned her role might be reduced, maybe she'd be at the house a couple of times, but not living there every weekend like before.
Next update we have about the Real Housewives of Orange County. Always a hotbed of drama. We've got a few things happening here.
Yeah, it's never quiet in the OC. Let's start with Alexis Bellino clapping back at Shannon Beador.
Oh, this is about John Jansen's wedding, right? Shannon's ex.
Yep. John dated Shannon for about 3.5 years. Then he sued her over an unpaid loan.
I remember that. They settled, didn't they?
They did for $60,000. And Shannon claimed, in the season premiere no less, that she basically paid for Alexis and John's wedding with that settlement money.
Whoa, that's bold. What did Alexis say?
Alexis told Us Weekly, and this is a quote, $60,000 barely cuts one piece of the cake.
Ha. Okay, point made.
She also clarified John was actually owed $75,000, and he gave Shannon a $15,000 discount.
So spinning it differently.
Completely. And Alexis couldn't resist adding, she's glad she could still be Shannon's storyline.
Ouch. Classic housewives dig. It really illustrates how these old fights and money issues just keep fueling new drama.
Never really goes away, does it? Especially with conflicting stories like this.
All right, sticking with the Beadors, there's news about David Beador, too, Shannon's ex-husband.
Right. He was married to Leslie Beador, and things got very messy. He had a restraining order against her.
And now?
He's dropped the restraining order, but the divorce is definitely still moving forward.
Weren't there some pretty serious accusations flying around?
Oh, absolutely. David accused Leslie of physical attacks, gouging his arm, slapping him.
Wow.
He also claimed she said he was secretly gay, called her a pathological liar, and said she married me for my money. He cited countless incidents of domestic violence.
That's intense. It really depicts the ugly side of these relationships breaking down in public.
And it wasn't one-sided either. Remember, Leslie previously accused David in court documents of being verbally abusive, creating a hostile environment.
So just a really toxic situation all around. It highlights how complex and public these divorces become for reality stars.
Totally. The divorce details are moving forward. David wants joint custody of their little girl, Anna Love, who's 4.
Right.
And he wants their prenup enforced. That apparently gives Leslie $10,000 a month in support, but only for half the length of their marriage, which was 4 years. So 2 years of support.
Okay, now let's actually dive into the Real Housewives of Orange County Season 19 premiere itself. Sounds like it was packed.
It really was. A lot of tension right off the bat, involving Katie Ginella, Emily Simpson, Tamra Judge, Jen Pedranti, and Shannon, of course.
What were the main conflicts?
Well, Emily is still really angry with Katie. She believes Katie gave info about her ex-nanny to a podcaster.
Ah, that old wound. It relates to something with Katie's daughter, too, right? Kaylee?
Exactly. It blew up a previous issue. Emily's so serious about it, she hired a lawyer for defamation.
Yeah.
And adding to Emily's stress, she shared that her son Luke has been diagnosed with ARFID, avoidant restrictive food intake disorder, and possibly autism. So she's dealing with a lot personally.
That's tough. Okay, what about the blogger stuff? Tamra was accusing people.
Yes. Tamra accused Katie, and her husband too, of feeding info about Tamra to a blogger.
Did Katie admit it?
Nope. Denied it flat out. Claimed she had no service when Tamra asked to see her DMs.
Convenient.
Right. Heather Dubrow even jumped in, telling Katie to just stop dealing with bloggers. It clearly illuminates this ongoing cycle of suspicion and information leaks.
It feels like that's half the drama sometimes. Who's talking to who off camera?
It really does. And then there was friction between Katie and Jen Pedranti.
What happened there?
Gina Kirschenheiter mentioned hearing Jen call Katie a con artist.
Ouch.
Katie flipped out, saying it's impossible. They talk like 10 times a day. But then Jen kind of admitted she throws jabs and has used bloggers to get legal info against Tamra.
So much backstabbing. It sets the scene for this tangled web of alliances and betrayals. Loyalty seems optional.
Information is definitely power in that group.
And where does Shannon fit in all this? She settled her stuff with John.
Yeah, she's trying to be the peacemaker now. Organized a wellness retreat to try and heal the group.
How's that going?
Well, Emily showed up with a pre-made list of things that Katie has lied about, so maybe not that peaceful yet.
Oh.
And Tamra is still going to therapy, dealing with anger and trust issues. She also got emotional about her friend Teddi Mellencamp's health scares, her brain tumors, so there were vulnerable moments too.
That's another layer for sure.
Okay, next update we have about the Valley. Things got pretty explosive there too, starting with an awkward flight encounter.
Oh, who was involved?
Teddi Mellencamp ran into Jax Taylor on a plane.
Okay.
And Teddi talked about it on her podcast, 2Ts and A-Pod. She said Jax saw her and then immediately started complaining to a flight attendant that he wasn't in first class.
Seriously? Right after seeing her?
That's what Teddi claims. And her commentary on the podcast was pretty shady towards his finances.
What did she say?
Something like, buddy, from what I've been watching, you shouldn't be spending that extra money even on Delta first class.
Oh, direct hit. It definitely illuminates the public nature of their financial struggles.
Especially given what his estranged wife, Brittany Cartwright, has been saying.
Right. She claimed he wasn't paying the mortgage or taxes.
Yeah, and that she had to spend over $100,000 on rental homes because of it. She even said their mortgage jumped from like $8,000 to $18,000 a month because of his unpaid taxes. And sticking with the Valley, the drama on Kristen Doty and Luke Broderick's engagement trip was something else.
Yeah, I heard things got really controversial. What happened?
Okay, so the main flashpoint was Janet Caperna accusing Danny Bucco of sexually assaulting Jasmine and Melissa at a bar one night when they were drinking.
Whoa, that's a heavy accusation. Sexually assaulted?
Exactly. That specific term caused Kristen Doty to just lose it. She started spiraling, yelling at Janet.
How did Janet react?
Janet doubled down, apparently saying it was the legal term for whatever happened.
Yikes. That raises serious questions about using terms like that, especially on camera in that context. The line between gossip and serious allegations gets very blurred.
Totally. And then there were other ripples. Kristen was furious with Brittany Cartwright.
Why? What did Brittany do?
Brittany apparently told Jax Taylor about Kristen's engagement before Kristen wanted people to know.
Ah, the gossip chain.
Yep, and Jax spread to the boys' chat, so Kristen blocked him. It just depicts how quickly even happy news can turn into conflict.
And Kristen's feelings about Janet seemed intense.
Oh, incredibly. Kristen described Janet as nothing to her, like a piece of cardboard, even called her just a fan who got into the group through Shiana.
Oof, that's harsh.
And Kristen apparently threatened to knock Janet's out.
Wow. Okay, so the Maui cruise from hell, as it's been called, really lived up to its name.
Yeah.